Hey everyone, coming back from this event, and I thought I'd love to come on here and share this with you. I have referenced a lot of videos and given back, meaning, give back to people, give back to community, give back to somebody who less fortunate, and it doesn't have to be less fortunate financially, it could be different aspects, but just give back. And I went for an event where I went to school, where I got my bachelor degree in business administration and management. And, I do it every year. This year was special. And the special about this year was that kids that were there, it was unbelievable. Every single one of them was in a state of elevated vibrations, meaning they were excited to be there, they wanted to learn, and they were able to realize that interviews don't have to be just boring and just skill oriented talks. When I started interviewing, first table was I had three people, and the questions that I tend to ask people on the interview is, of course, they have to be skill oriented, they have to be major oriented. What major, what do they do, how skillful they are. But I want to know, who are you and what do you like to do? And that threw them off. One guy said, "Is this a real interview?" And I'm like, "It is a real interview." And the end of the day, when I asked him a question like, "What do you like to do?" He goes, "Oh, I don't know. I'm not sure what I like to do. I like to get more money." I'm like, "Hey, that's interesting topic here, because more money comes with more value you could bring to any organization. The value that this company will get from you will be reflecting on your paycheck." And they look at me, they're like, "Come again, explain this." And I'm like, "Very simple. You starting off as an intern at an organization. Your job is, let's say one of the kids was digital marketing. And he says, "Oh, I can post, I could design." I'm like, "That's great. That's a great attitude. But if you went in and researched what is the trend of the market, how to attract more people, how to be more engaging with customers, how to bring more questions from the customers, how to get more value to the customers, this would be amazing. This is not just posting, it's not just one post." And the gentleman looks at me and he says, "I've never thought of that." I'm like, you know valued valued people are more paid on a scale of receiving more pay. If you don't perceive yourself as just doing the job person, if you don't go beyond above the value, the end of the day is you will get paid. It's not the question. It's, labor laws are always there for you to get paid. But it's one of those things that, you know don't expect it. Another gentleman, I asked a question. I said, "Would you consider a job as your own business?" And the gentleman looks at me, he's like, "Is this an interview question?" And I said, "Of course." And he goes, "Why are you asking me this question?" I'm like, "Just answer the question." He goes, "Why would I consider it as my own business?" I said, "Ron, if you consider it as your own investment, because that is your investment, you will you will be valued in physical monetization and, money valued person. If you show up to work and you just do what's needed to be done, you will receive exactly what was disclosed that you will receive." He looked at me and he said, "So you mean I come and I do this 110%, 120%, show up early, leave late, I will get more pay?" I'm like, "Eventually, not only you will get more pay, you will be promoted within 6 months, a year, 2, 3 years. That's the only way. That's the only way. And then the third question, I said, what's your answer to a question? How's your day going? She goes, it's just Tuesday. I'm like, okay, great. That has nothing to do with the interview question, but that's your attitude. You need to answer the question, everything is phenomenally amazing. Why? Because I am here. Why? Because I am eager to work. Why? Because this is the time of the year that every single day, every single night, every single day of your life is phenomenally amazing. She looked at me and she said, you know what? From now on, I'm just going to say phenomenally amazing. I said, try that. And then rewrite me an email and send me. She wrote me an email and saying, my parents asked me, what happened to me? I have never answered this question. Now, this is not interview questions. We didn't even get to the skill set. We didn't even get to the interviewing part or teaching them, keep an eye contact, clearly tell, your thought. Don't read off your resume. We didn't get to all of that. It's just a simple of who you are. Handshake shows who you are. Firm handshake, eye contact shows who you are. That means confidence. Those little things, when I told them, and my second group was 4 people, they were amazed that such a little high vibe conversation brings them so much value. The gentleman from the second interview, he wrote me an email and he said, if one thing I learned from you is positive mental attitude gets the job done faster than the skills. And I said, you know what? That is 100% true. Some of the employers hire for attitude. I could teach you the skill. No worries. If it's an engineer, it will take a little longer. If it's a doctor, it will take a little longer. But I could teach you the skill. What I cannot teach you is to show up to work and say, hey, I'm phenomenally amazing. Life is beautiful. Everything is happening for a reason. So my message to you guys, I just jump on here and wanted to let you know, when you go to the interview, don't be just a stuck up. Don't. Be yourself. If yourself is negative representation of yourself, leave that person home. Right? Leave them home. Take the positive yourself to the interview. And don't just show up because you just need the money. Don't go there. If you just need the money, you will get that money. It's okay. Show up like you are changing your life. Beginning with a minimum wage job, you're changing your life. There is other people on the universe that have no chance of what you're having a chance at. Think of that. Think outside the box. Think of complaining. Nah. Everything's phenomenally amazing. I'm here to get this job. My attitude is I will come here and I will make sure. If I'm hiring you for marketing, what do you need? What's my KPI? 100 subscribers to Facebook, 1,000 subscribers to Instagram. I will do that 120 subscribers and 2,000 subscribers. And if I don't, then I will not be promoted to the next level. That's the attitude. Once you talk like this on the interview, you won. And you know what? If the hiring manager doesn't hire you, you still won. You know why? Because you know you could get the job done. And that is the next topic, that you could develop yourself to an extent that when you go, you know you're so valuable, you will decline the job. Decline. Yes, you can decline the job because you don't want to be taken advantage of. That's the next topic. Everybody, I thought I'd share this. Have a phenomenally amazing evening. And, if you're graduating from college and if you need any assistance, career development, positive mental attitude, career advice, interview advice, resume advice, anything you need, reach out to Tiba Services and we will support you on that. We will guide you on it. It doesn't cost you anything to get a free evaluation on your resume. Have a phenomenally amazing day, everybody. Bye. Like, share, subscribe, by the way.